Hi guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. I am Jess Hover and this is
Shaun Hover,
my handsome husband. We're in Rochester, Michigan, where Shaun's from.
this is my hometown.
In downtown, and it's all lit up so beautiful.
I lived here for 21 years before I met her.
And we're about to talk about what happened right after you moved here. So this video is how we met. Let's begin.
If we just start with a punch.
Yeah, well, we have a few punches. We'll go back to the beginning.
I think we should go back to the beginning. Should probably give you a little bit of context to where we were. I came from Rochester, Michigan, went out to Los Angeles, California to do a discipleship program in order to get to know Jesus better. So I was a little bit surprised when I got there and saw somebody as beautiful as Jessica Hover, known as Jessica Wilson at that time.
So I met Shaun at YWAM Los Angeles, and I showed up there with my boyfriend, who was not Shaun. It was another guy.
When I first saw Jessica Hover, I was with my really ugly friend. He's got like a big, ugly red beard, and I turned to him. Steve, why don't you get in here? I turned to him and I said, "That girl is smoking hot." That's what he said. He can confirm. That's what I said.
I was hand in hand with the boyfriend, and I saw Shaun skateboarding over this bump thing. My boyfriend said that Shaun was a poser, which should have been a black flag that I was dating the wrong person.
On our very first day when we first met,
I was wearing a turquoise,
it was I don't know, some kind of blue or something.
long underwear style, thermal shirt. And he said,
"I like your sweater." She said something to the effect of, "Hey, let me tell you everything about my life,
I think I told him my life story,
and let's make a 5-year plan."
and I made a 5-year plan.
And she got out a piece of notebook paper and she drew a 5-year plan.
We talked for a while. I think we talked for hours.
She said we were going to be best friends. She said we're going to go to Colorado. She said we're going to go snowboarding. She said we're going to go to Michigan.
We were gonna do things like go to Michigan and go to Colorado.
And she said that she was going to be at my wedding.
I wasn't in love with him at that point, just so you know. I still had my boyfriend, but I just thought he was great.
So that was 5 minutes into knowing Jessica Hover. We already have a 5-year plan. And the cool thing is, all of those things that happened in that 5-year plan ended up happening in real life.
I have this thing where when I meet great people, I just think about their future and I try and be next to them. So I might do it with you guys too.
We actually met in a trailer park because this discipleship school we were doing took place in this community where it's a bunch of people from all over the world living together for 6 months in this really intense program.
Then we're in this school, and in the school you're not supposed to date anybody. If you come to the school dating, you can stay in the relationship. Nobody's gonna tell you to break up. But they tell you not to start a relationship.
I thought everyone was going to be ugly, and seeing Jessica and making this 5-year plan, when I went back to my trailer and laid my head on my bunk bed that night, I had to have a little talk with God.
A few weeks into the school, I broke up with my boyfriend. He wasn't in the school. He was back in Colorado, and he's great. And actually, we're all friends, and he married this amazing girl, and they're awesome.
And I said something to the effect of, "God, I came here to meet with you, not to meet a beautiful woman who wears cool sweaters and makes 5-year plans." But that's the kind of girl that he brought along my path.
I was just going to focus on my relationship with God and allow him to do work in my heart.
I said, "God, I am not here for this woman. She's beautiful. She's your daughter. I am not going to try to impress her. I'm not going to try to be funny."
And during that time, I became really good friends with Shaun.
And I just surrendered it to God, gave it to Jesus, and me and Jessica became really good friends.
So we ended up going through 3 months in Los Angeles, and then we went 2 months or 3 months overseas. I went to Thailand, Shaun went to Thailand and China, and we didn't talk at all during those 3 months apart. And then we came back and we finished our school, had our graduation time.
Well, after that program was over, I invited her to be my Valentine on Valentine's Day. I went to the thrift store, got her a real cute little stuffed animal puppy.
And he gave me this really gross dog. He made a card,
A piece of paper folded in half, and it said something to the effect of, "Hey, will you be my Valentine?"
I said yes, I was his Valentine. Shaun is kind of poker faced, so I didn't know if he liked me. Some days I really thought he did, and other days not so much.
That was kind of my first act of saying, "Hey, I kind of like you. I also invited her to come to Michigan.
I was gonna come to Michigan and visit him and other friends like Steve Robertson. I had been planning it. I thought about the trip every day since DTS. I think I came out here a month after DTS. So my family knew about it. Everybody knew I was coming. I had been praying about it. It was a big deal.
I picked her up from the airport, called my parents and said, hey, my friend Jessica is here. She's gonna be staying with us for the next week.
Meaning he hadn't even told his family I was coming. And I was like, how? I've been thinking about this every day for a month. How did you forget?
And my parents were like, awesome, cool, we're excited to meet her. And brought her home to mom and dad. Days later, I asked her to be my girlfriend. Let me tell you a little bit about how that went down. I knew that her favorite flower was a daisy. I knew that her favorite color was pink. I went to the flower store, also known as Kroger grocery store, and I asked the woman, hey, I need some pink daisies. Can you hook me up? And so she went and got me a nice big bouquet of
Purple daisies.
pink daisies.
He says they were pink. They weren't. They were purple.
And I wrote her a little poem on it, and I brought them to Jessica, gave her the flowers, and she read the poem, and it said,
Roses are red,
daisies are pink,
even though these ones were purple.
you're just okay, want to be my girlfriend.
And I said yes, and I know we think that's better than just okay, so that was funny.
She loved it. She thought it was very funny because she knew that I thought she was more than just okay. So as me and Jessica started dating and she was here getting to know my parents and hanging out with them, after Jessica went back home to Colorado, both of my parents sat me down and talked to me and said, listen, if you don't marry this woman, you're insane. And so I knew that's probably a good sign that I made a good choice in girlfriend.
And that's the story. That's how it all
started.
It went really good, and then we went back to LA, and then we went to Barcelona, and eventually we got married.
And now we have a baby.
It's so cool. That's the end of the video. We're gonna make another one about our engagement story, and I think you should watch it because it was awesome. I love you.
Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see here, like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Snapchat and Instagram, and check out my blog. We make new videos here every week. Hey.
Oh, hey. Where did we get these floating icon things?
Cool? I know.
Wait a minute, where's my Snapchat and Instagram?
Oh, there it is.
Put those up there.
All right. Thanks so much for watching.
Want some pizza?
Hi, cutie.
No, that's not for babies.